Hello everybody, welcome back to Lil Euphie's Creative Corner. My name is Lil Euphie and this is my creative corner of the internet. Welcome back everybody. Tonight we're going to be working on this piece again because I would like to get it done. I would like to add it to my my collection of finished pieces. I don't want this sitting in my unfinished pieces folder forever, so that's why I've gone back to this. So hope that everybody has had a good Saturday. I am freezing. I turned on the heater again. I bumped it up a couple more degrees, and I'm just cleaning my tablet right now because it was getting a little dirty. It is the middle of the weekend. Today I went out to the pet supply store. I got some more supplies for our little black cat, our little ma'am. There we go. I got some more toys for her. I got a little scratching post that came with some catnip, some more cat litter. I didn't grow up with cats, so some of this is like new to me. But yeah, so I got a new tray for her. What else did I get? I think that was the toys and scratching post, and I think that's all that I got. And then I also went out to the craft store because right next to the pet supply store is also the craft store, and so I go every single time. I'm just like, even if I'm not intending to actually buy anything, like I don't have a list, I'm still going to go in there because I just like the possibilities. The possibilities are endless sometimes. So what I got from the craft store, I'm going to show you guys before I start my cleaning up of the colors and adding shadows and highlights to this, because I wanted to do a little mini haul, I think is what they call it. So this is actually what I actually went to the store for, was tape. I'm wrapping some gifts for one of my new family members, one of my in-laws. So I didn't have any tape, so I went and got tape. I got the Super Hold and gift wrap tape, the 3-pack of it, because I thought that was a better deal than just one. I have to put those in my tape drawer. I have a lot of washi tape. I need to actually like do something with it. Which like I am, but it's not sticking the way that I want it to, because it's not being used for a scrapbook thing. It's my art board. So anyways, I got these. Well, you guys can't really see the color very well. They're purple. They're purple little LED lights. They're gonna go on the green tapestry behind me here. I think. I don't know. I haven't fully thought it out. I saw them. They were on sale, and I was like, I'm going to get these. Can't go wrong with another sketchbook. So I think that this cover is a little creepy. Maybe it's just me, but I think it's a little creepy. But for like $10, I was like, okay, it was actually $8. But yeah, can't go wrong with another sketchbook, because I'm gonna eventually run out of paper in the sketchbooks behind my chair here. So. And then for $5, another little container for all of my stuff, because I have a lot of crafting stuff, and I don't like it just being free willy out here. Everything has a home. Everything has to go somewhere at the end of the day. So I got myself another little container for it's supposed to be for scrapbooking stuff, but I also I put whatever I want inside of the bins. It's a bin, and they're stackable. So anyway, that was the craft store haul. that I had today. I really didn't want to leave the house because it was also snowing earlier today, and I just dealt with it. I put on my Ugg boots and I just put on my coat and just dealt with it. It's whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do, because I'm not gonna lie, having the stuff delivered is expensive. I don't want to pay somebody to do what I can easily and freely just do on my own. So I'm going to partake in just leaving the house. So, but now I've got my hot cocoa, and I'm warming up my hands on it because my hands are freezing. So that's how my Saturday's been. I hope that your guys' Saturday has been, of course, treating you well, as always. Let's get into the cleaning up of these colors, because yes, it's looking nice as it is right now, but there are some spots that need to be polished up a little bit more. Like this spot right here by her nose, could definitely use some cleaning up. You know, I should actually, because I have another canvas open here for myself, so I can see it completely zoomed out, but I should also have one open for all of you guys. There we go. Okay, you guys can kind of see it. My head's in the way. Move it like that. There you go. Okay, let's continue on. I'm just gonna go along the line work of just like the skin color here, and just work my way through each layer until eventually it's all cleaned up and it's all a whole piece. Hello, Jonathan Miller. Welcome on in. Welcome back. See, I need to use a different brush right here because I need a little more density. Hope that your weekend has been going well for you. Mine has been quite cold. It has been quite cold here. There's something right here. I don't know what it is. What is this? This is part of the line work. I think it must be. Well, that's good to hear. Or I guess read in this case. But what was your favorite part about it so far? Since it is not yet over, I want to get the nail color. I'm gonna get that nail color in. 50 to 60 degrees. Oh my gosh, I would enjoy that right now. Like I enjoy all 4 seasons, and winter is very pretty. But man, my body is not built for that kind of temperature. Like that kind of season. Nope. I would rather be inside and warm and cozy. Yeah, and just see it out the window. Be like, all right, that's all that's all I want. Because I have poor circulation in my fingers and my toes, so it gets a little hard to move my digits in the cold. Ran errands, rested today. Cool, cool. I ran some errands as well. I did my run to the pet store for some more supplies for our new kitty. And the craft store is right next door to it, so of course I have to go in the craft store. I did a little show, a little haul at the beginning of the show earlier. Got some tape. I got some tape for gifts that I need to wrap. I got a little container for whatever I want to fill it with, and I got some purple LED lights, and I think that's... Oh, and a sketchbook. I got the sketchbook too. It's like I have to look down, like, what else did I get? It wasn't that big. It takes a while for lungs to adjust to. Right, exactly. Yep. And especially because, like, we're at a higher elevation, which probably contributes to the abundancy of snow. Because where I used to live, like, yeah, it was higher elevation, but not to this point. Because I used to live up on a hill, and we would be like the first ones to see snow in my parents' town because of that. But I didn't feel much of an altitude change driving up the hill after work. So, but traveling back over here from my parents' place, and even Wolf's parents' place, it's you can feel it. You can feel the change. So if you bring like a water bottle with you, you can like hear it crinkle in the car. Which the first time it happened, it actually freaked me out a little bit, because I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the heck? Just like, you know, brushed up against the car or something. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. And re-grab the color. I need to re-color the broom here once I get to it. I'm trying to do this piece by piece. Okay. As I say that, I'm like, I'm gonna recolor these nails again. We'll go back to that later once I'm at the stage of cleaning up the colors for her armbands. Yep. We've started like spotting out where the rest stops are, or like different gas stations and convenience stores, or just, you know, remembering to bring snacks. Okay, there. This is on a base color layer. So even though I haven't locked the opacity for this arm color, because it's clipped onto a layer underneath this entire folder full of colors, it's not going to go past where that gray base color is. That color right there, the gray. So it's going to stay where it's going to stay. But if I were to go like that, it's going to go beyond its bounds. Go down. Oh, did I miss something? I think I might have right here. Okay. Go down here. Make sure I'm not on that layer. Okay, I think the skin colors are fine now. Let's go into this necklace here. Just the first thing that I see. I'm not trying to erase all of this because there's still color between these lines, but the original placement of the line is a bit, or the placement of the color is a bit off. Okay, let's go over to this part of her dress, the little accent parts. I'm gonna put my hair up because my hair keeps getting in the way. I have one of my scrunchies in here. These are the scrunchies that I got from my bridesmaids and maid of honor for my wedding. It's like green, sage green, kind of a scrunchy thing. I was talking about them yesterday, I think. Talking about like the quantity that I had ordered, and then I have an unopened one. So I know that somebody didn't get theirs, but they think that they got theirs. And I'm like, because I have it right here. some other green scrunchie in your inventory there. You know, I'm looking at... No, I'm not gonna change it. It's too late to change it. Nope. I'm looking at like a particular part of the canvas, and I'm not gonna say what it is, because then everybody else is gonna see it, and I don't want to bring that upon myself. So I'm just moving on from it mentally. So. Okay, now that my hair is behaving a little more, I'm also gonna I'm gonna put this away, put on another glove. Some added thermal retention there. I don't want to erase that part of it. Okay, that side's good. I'm just only working on the lighter yellow parts right now. Otherwise, I would go into the I don't know what color that would be. It's like an orange, like a muddled orange, like a copper color maybe. Just adjusting the rotation of the canvas to fit the needs of comfortability for my wrist, because ultimately it's gonna determine whether or not I can do a full show up until midnight. Like, I love making art, but I'm not gonna end up, like, you know, giving myself carpal tunnel or something for it. I did that in my younger years, and I'm not gonna do that again. And I'm moving over to the top part of her dress. Also just gonna go back over to the trim of the dress here too. I'm kind of just bouncing around the canvas. There's a shortcut for switching between layers, so I don't actually have to go, you know, move my cursor all the way over here to the layers and find whichever one I'm wanting to edit. All I have to do is press Control and Shift and select whatever layer I want to, so you can see it moving above my head. But I can bounce around to a bunch of different layers, you know, and it makes the process so much faster and so much more enjoyable, because it eliminates that unnecessary, tedious process of, I mean, I guess it is necessary, but it's just the motion, you know, going back and forth becomes unnecessary when you use this shortcut here, this, you know, little hotkey. So, what is that little speck? There's a little speck right there. What is that? Oh, it's the ties. For some strange reason. Okay, clean that up a little more. These need to be recolored, actually, because they are not blue. So yeah, I'm gonna go over here to the ties. While I'm over here, I might as well Hello, Christus. Welcome on in. Welcome back. Hope that your Saturday has been well. Seems today is a good day for running errands, because that's what I did, and then it turns out that's also what Jonathan did. Okay, let's move back over to, what is this? What is this? Just not color that yet? Apparently so. Okay. I grab that color because that is what goes right here. I'm gonna erase a little bit of this. Doesn't look like it's protruding as much. And add that in there. Right here. Fill that in. Again, having that all of these colors attached to a gray base coat underneath. I don't know if it'll show it very well. This gray base coat here. Everything being attached to that really keeps things neat and tidy and running smoothly. Let's see, what is going on right here? 75, okay. 75% opacity. Okay, just gonna remember that. And over to this side too while I'm at it. Oh my goodness, something funny happened in Wolf's stream. My mic is a lot more sensitive now, so that's really cool. I say that already. Oh, thank you. I think you did, but I will accept a duplicate as well, because I think that her outfit is pretty cool as well. I'm trying to rationalize like certain parts of it without getting like super detailed and like adding more and more and more to this. There's I heard like some sort of like a fallacy that perfectly describes that, like just continuously adding more and more and more. But I can't remember what it's called. Let's see, let's go over here to the trim. The fallacy is about like continuously adding more and more and more to something. Like adding more work to a particular like a project or a, you know, something, you know, something to be added onto. And that, like, the longer that you know, keep adding on to this, it's harder to like let it go. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because even like if it's clear to everybody else, and perhaps also to the person it's happening to, that it's like it's not a good product, but you've like invested so much money and time into this that you can't let it go. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I'm trying not to add like more and more stuff to this to make it like, you know, because then it'd be kind of busy too. But without just like letting it go and saying, okay, it's done, it's finished, you know. Oh, I need to fix up some of the colors in the hat. I'll do that in a little bit. It's all... I'm trying to work in like little quadrants too. I'll go like in the upper part of it, or like over here by your hand. If there's like, I'll probably end up doing like these armbands next. Why is that? Oh, because it is locked. I don't know. I've seen some people's artwork that is like incredibly detailed, like some character portraits and full body images that there's so much detail there, but like everything is detailed. So it's like the eye is not drawn to like any one particular place, so it's easy to view without being too busy. But I don't know how they pump out so many pieces in they must have a formula or a technique. I imagine they definitely have a technique after a while. But I enjoy my style. I don't really know how to describe it, but I think it's nice. I think it's, at least for me, it's nice to look at. So that's why when I get asked like, well, what are you going to do with your artwork? I'm like, I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to hope that other people like looking at it too. The Hellboy drawing, it took a lot of work, didn't like it in the end. Sometimes it's like that, you know, not every single drawing can be a win, you know. You gotta have losses to have wins. I have to tell myself that sometimes when like I won't let a sketch go. And I just have to start a new one because not every single one of them is gonna be a winner. So, but that's why we have motivation to draw again, to try again in whatever we are doing. Back to sketching. Sounds good. I mean, you know, it's the opportunity and the possibility to, you know, create one that you do like. Oh, sure. Yes, you are the only one here, Spank. It's so quiet. There's no one in chat except for Spank. There is absolutely no spoon. I really wish that the newer Matrix movie was better. I heard from my parents it was okay, but didn't have the same feel as the originals. Let's go over to these little ties. Oh no, that is the wrong layer. There we go. You have to wake up, Spank. Yeah, me neither. I went into the whole thing about the Lion King, the Mufasa trailer, and I just the Snow White one, and I'm just my level of expectancy for, you know, a quality product is so low for Hollywood these days. I don't know what happened, because these things are so expensive to make, and then they end up looking like you know, like the Snow White trailer. It's kind of embarrassing for them. So anyway, yeah. You would think with budgets that high that the, you know, product would be better. You know, that the story would be, you know, good, but they add in things too that it's just like kind of muddle things up. My favorite series is Alien. Didn't give a damn about Alien Romulus. You know, I saw how did I see the thumbnail of that? I was looking for something that had aliens in it. I don't have my phone on me, but it was something. I looked up something. And I saw the trailer for it, and I don't know. Even the thumbnail for the trailer looks kind of off and different from the other movies in the franchise. So I don't know. I think it's a different time that we're in, but we're not going to stay in this. We can't stay in this forever. I think what may happen is that people will find better movies, like an indie film, or I don't know. They'll take it upon themselves to do it better. You know, the frustration becomes so high that people care so much to, you know, actually do something about it. Watch it at some points within the next 10 years, but no, right, exactly. Yeah, not a theatrical viewing. We're not gonna go to the theaters for this. Nope. That's not happening. So I don't know. I just don't see, like, I don't see a lot of hype behind movies these days unless there's some sort of controversy with one of the actors or actresses, or it's you know, something like Sound of Freedom, you know, that is like emotionally like it's very difficult to watch that kind of a movie. And again, there's some sort of like, you know, controversy about it, and you know, that gets people talking about it. So it's, you know, I think that there's a formula, and they've known for a while how to work it. But like the actors and actresses need to stay in their lanes. It's like the public's like, we don't care. Just give us good material to watch, you know? Just do your jobs properly. Thank you, my dear. I will try not to internally panic about that. Let's see. I think I'm wanting to move over to her hair. I'll do the hair and then I'll do her hat, but there's just a lot. She has a lot of hair to be cleaned up and colored. And this part of her collar, or I guess choker, I don't really know. Be cleaned up a little bit there. You know, they're tricky because there's movement and there's particular, you know, like bends and waves, and yeah, they get kind of complicated. Yeah. You can hear the pain in my voice sometimes. I'm just like, I love making art, but it's the initial like placing of different parts of the hair. Sometimes I feel like a hairstylist, you know, especially with ViVi0n here, with, you know, with this character, because she has two different sets of hairstyles. It's difficult sometimes, but you work through it because you enjoy it so much. So that's why you get good durable paper. You get good durable paper, just in case you need to do a whole bunch of erasing. You know, we're using very strongly pigmented markers. It is in the details. Yeah. It doesn't exist in the Christus's universe. These lines right here, they can get gone. A little bit of overlap right here, I think. Oh, that's the necklace. Okay. Okay, I believe right here is where I'm splitting the hair. It's the other part of this that one has to think about when sketching out and planning out how the hair is going to fall on a character, is the different segments of the hair, which ultimately is actually very helpful because it organizes the different quadrants of the head and of the hair, and it makes it less complicated. So like all of this in here, I'm gonna erase because there is a darker purple color underneath, and it's just gonna help in the grand scheme of things in the end when I go to add shadows and highlights. Having that already a darker color is just gonna mean less work for me. So I welcome that. I'm drawing a Western OC that has longish, straight, wavy hair down to the bottom of his neck. Oh wow, gotcha. Cool. Good luck on your hair ventures. Hair ventures, if that's I guess that makes sense. Hair adventures. See, this part of the line work, it's always in this cleaning up part of it that I see these little variations in width and weight. I guess since Wolf is restreaming me, he can see my reactions to stuff that he says because I can hear him across the hall. Thank you, Streamlabs. Thank you. Thank you for the shout out. Once again. Thank you very much, Streamlabs. Let's move to this softer brush here. I love using this brush for different parts of the hair. It tapers out at the end. It's slightly transparent. I can also randomize the hues on it. Hello, Dialo, welcome on in. Is Streamlabs like a sentient being or something? It might as well be. They throw out these updates sometimes, and I'm completely unaware that something has changed, and then like it won't work one day, and I'll go look at it, and it's like, you know, the cloud bot has disabled itself. I'm just like, okay. Decided you didn't want to clock in for work today. Okay. Leave the bow here is what's covering that. Let's go over here to this darker purple. Oh, I guess it's not entirely darker. It's just this, the layer for it was turned on. Okay, I gotta go into here. Oops, wrong brush. There we go. Okay, let's go over to her hat, because I know I still have this bottom part of her ponytail, but like the hat's been bugging me. It's been bugging me. I need to fix it. Cleaning this up, making sure I've got all those spots. Okay. It's such a small little part, but it's quite distracting. Can't wait to get into the highlighting and the shading parts of her face, because like it just adds so much depth to the drawing. I just get impatient about it. Okay, back over here, grabbing that same color. Let's see, I need to turn off, where is it? I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. I was like, am I gonna have 2? 3? Just the one. There's no little pieces here. I thought that I had. that there were little ponytail pieces. I guess not. Guess not. So, turn that back on. Just add these in. Eventually I'll have this all cleaned up and colored. Oh, that is part of the broom I'm trying to color over. Right now I'm just cleaning up parts of the hair before I move on to the broom, because I think I'll do that part next. Again, I'm just moving across the canvas and seeing the different parts of this illustration I need to clean up the colors for before moving on to further rendering it. Thank you, J-Rods. C3PO57, welcome on in. Hello to you as well. Hello, hello. I know Wolf's sending people over. Thank you, Wolf. I'm just trying to get this illustration finished and done so that I can stop looking at it in the unfinished illustration folder, because I have too many in there. I need to have them finished and uploaded to my gallery. So every weekend I stream on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Indeed he is. Thank you, Big Dogma. Welcome on in. You brought maple cookies. When was the last time that I had maple cookies? They were leaf shaped. They were leaf shaped. Hello, Shane. Quadruple one. RS, welcome on in. He's obsessed with drones. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these days he's obsessed with drones now. Hello, Jareth Hogan. Welcome on in. Yeah, I think they were the maple cookies that were like leaf shaped. I think they were at Trader Joe's last time that I saw them. Very good. Very good. Very soft. Thank you, Roderick. Yeah, I don't know what to make of them. What it reminds me of is the Chinese little weather balloon things. Yeah. Katie, welcome on in. Thank you. Right now I'm just working on this artwork and steadily getting it done, little by little. Mr. PF, I sent a picture of a drone omen. It might as well be. You brought pie? Awesome. What kind of pie? I will greatly accept pie. Dang banana. He is a good dude. Glad that you found a show. And then mine in the process. Ooh, cherry pie. I need some vanilla ice cream for that. So yeah, this is just what I do on the weekends, on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. It's a nice calm to the chaos of the world. It also doubles as my own little personal art therapy session that I have for, let's see, 8:30, 9, 10, 11, yeah, like 4 or so hours. But I like to bring people along in the process of what I'm doing and what I'm up to. Be able to catch up with other people and include them in pieces sometimes. Sometimes I take like suggestions or ideas for different pieces. Let's see, this part of the armband here needs to get out of the way. Out of the way. I have a drawing pad, but it collects dust. Oh no, do you have like a dust pad for it or something to put over it? My younger brother has that same problem, and he puts a little dust pad over it. Fire a bunch show, and then can come chill, watch New Feet. Indeed, Banana. That is our nice little yin yang, I think. Your closet is gonna be a gun set. Yes. Well, his closet is. Mine's full of crafting stuff. Just a lot of crafting stuff. Is there a kind of pie you wouldn't accept? Well, me personally, I would just give this kind of a pie to Wolf because he enjoys this pie. I can't deal with the texture of it, but pecan. I don't like pecan pie. I'm sorry. It's a texture thing. So if somebody were to present to me a pecan pie, I would just give it to Wolf. Be like, you can have this. Because he likes pecan pie. I would hope so, Mr. PF Flyer. I would hope so. Yeah, I would not trust that lady. With any kind of like medical requirement. You know, I just, yeah, I don't think she's a good judge of health, considering proximity to you know, important people in positions of power. No more drones tonight. You're droning on. Droning. Yes, the he shed. I'll have a he shed. It's an odd way to draw. It takes some getting used to. There are some advantages and disadvantages. We have a nice little community of artists, and every now and then there's some advice asked for with colors, because they deal in traditional artwork, and to be experimental with colors and traditional artwork takes some sacrifice, and to do it digitally, it's not as big of a sacrifice. You can easily press Control Z and undo what you've done. But with like oil paintings, there is no undo. Like, you can scrape the paint off, you can paint over it, but that paint was still like, it's physical. So every now and then we get asked for advice on like different colors, and that's where the digital medium is handy. But I will say that the amount of tools at your disposal is quite overwhelming. So finding particular brushes that you enjoy and that you're comfortable with, I would say is definitely a plus. My least favorite part about the digital art, you know, medium of it is the line working. And my regulars here will tell you just how much I love doing the line work. I love line work. Yeah. But finding a good brush to do the line work in made it more enjoyable. So there is something to say about the digital medium. I'm trying to find out which layer here is not playing right. Is it this one? The other part about digital artwork is that there's, like, depending on how big and complex your piece is, there can be a lot of layers, and things can get lost in the layers. So Bing versus pew pews, they can be tools for the closet. Indeed, Big Dogma. Same time the drones came, a small plane crashed on the New York highway Thursday. That's scary as all get out. Yeah, imagine like driving down that highway and like seeing that, like, you know, lowering down on top of you. That's terrifying. Same glove to not drag on my drawing tablet too. Oh yeah, they're nice. They're nice, Iati. I have I get packs of them sometimes, like every 6 months or so I'll get a new pack of them. But this one is my favorite by far from ViVi0n. I don't use a ViVi0n tablet. I use an XP pen. But I just love this glove because it's a skeleton hand and it's nice. But I have to be careful with when washing them. I have to wash them on delicate because they're delicate. But it is, J-Rods, it is. Just fun. Let's see. Decoupage. What is... I'm going to Google that because I don't even know what that is. Art of decorating an object by gluing colored paper cutouts onto it in combination with special paint effects, gold leaf, and so on. That is what decoupage is. I think that's how you pronounce it. Decoupage. I mean, it... From some of the pictures, like, people have done like floral pieces, so I can understand the appeal of it. But yeah, if it's a bunch of just like random colors and stuff, I'm gonna be like it's some abstract art maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I self-taught or schooled? It's like a little bit of both. I've been drawing since I was in 3rd grade, and when I was in high school, I was placed in a higher placement than my my grade level. So decoupage. Thank you, Big Dogma. I was like, I don't know how you pronounce that, decoupage. Yeah, so I was in... Excuse me, I'll be right back. I heard a loud bang. I was like, what happened? He's moving his gun safe. I told him, you do this smartly. I don't want... He worries me. He worries me so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways. Good grief. Right? I just took down a wall to add, to the closet. It's like, it's demolition time. But yeah, so I was a sophomore and they put me in a senior art class. And so I got to learn some principles of art. Principles of art is what they called it. And it helped improve my my artist's eye, as the teacher called it. So gosh, all of the banging sounds, like, they make me worried. Good mod. PF Flyer's been around forever with me. Okay, good to know, good to hear. I will mod you. There you go. He got the sawzall out. You're all talking about I came to hit the like. Thank you, that guy from Texas. We're talking about art stuff, and then Wolf worrying me with him moving the gun safe. Good to see you as well. It's adding to his he shed. Yes, indeed he is. And hopefully using the dolly.
I'm not dead. Everything's okay. No, there was no big bad things.
I'm sure. Yeah, you should have been there for the bathroom remodeling. That guy from Texas, Wolf and his buddy, really did a number on the freaking bathroom. I just... Yeah, thank you. No OSHA, please. I don't want to be... I don't know if y'all hear that. I'm gonna be right back. He's freaking me out.
What are you doing? I'm emptying stuff out of the box.
You're scaring me. Worrying me. Will there be any more large, heavy objects being moved? Okay. Oh. Wow.
Should I send it to you?
Yeah, take a picture of that and send that to my brother. Wow. That's a lot of pew-pews. That's... Wow. Okay. Okay. My worries have been calmed. For now. Until he decides to move something else very large down the hallway. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was not Santa. That was not. Yes. Yes, he does. C3PO. From the bathroom and everything else underneath the house. He has seen, because we have a crawl space. Right? Yeah. No, I walked into his studio and saw all of the guns and I was like, wow, that's a lot of pew-pews. That's a lot. That's a lot to be moving into the little safe there. But, yeah, that's why he needs a bigger safe. So more livable while driving is moving crazy during a live stream. You know, it's fitting. It makes sense. Let's see. I need to get to this one. Eventually I'll get to the rendering part of this. But yeah, Wolflex being organized. Okay, I think I can go over to these ties. He locked himself in the safe again. Oh my gosh. That would be funny. Let's go. Thank you, Mr. PF Flyer. It's been quite a journey because we found each other on YouTube, so it's been interesting. He's loud, straw man, but you would know that. He's loud. But then again, so am I. When we're watching, like, recently we've been watching a lot of cooking shows, like Hell's Kitchen or gosh, there's a Korean one on Netflix that's I can't remember what it's called, but there's like two judges, and we'll be sitting on the couch like watching and making commentary. That's when I get loud. We've also been watching the Iron Chef, and it's funny because like my Oma used to watch Iron Chef a lot, and I had never seen it until Wolf put it on. And it's very much like sports, but it's cooking, and I'm like, this is great. Hit him with a chair. Did y'all name the kitten that adopted yet? Well, so she had a collar on for 2 days, 2 solid days, and then she was rubbing up on some sort of a wall or a door because she had been doing that in front of me, and the collar was like, it was strained, and it looked like she was going to be able to take it off herself. And so somewhere out while she was wandering, the collar came off. But before it came off, we got a look at it. There was a phone number on it, and then there was also the name Lovable on there, so we think that her name is Lovable. But she doesn't want to go into anybody else's house on our street. She will sit on our front porch until we open up the door and let her in. You know, we let her out today when we woke up, and she walked out. She went on her little adventurous walk, and I went to the store, and I came back, and she's in our dining area. So she came back. But yeah, I don't know who tried to, you know, put a collar on her, and then, you know, whose phone number that was. But yeah, she's I guess adopted us. She's adopted the house. I don't know. Part of me wonders if like the previous tenants, like when they had moved, they either like couldn't find the cat to bring her with them, or they forgot about her, or I don't know. We've had some people move out and move in to this neighborhood, so maybe again, like, you know, previous tenants of a house, they forgot the cat. There's quite a few cats over here too, so it might just be that she was like born in this area and, you know, just really took a liking to this house. I don't know. Or us. I don't know. What I do know is that we had a mouse problem not that long ago, and I'm gonna put her to work. So her name is Lovable, and she very much lives up to the name. So she will cuddle up to me and Wolf. This morning, she literally fell asleep in Wolf's arms, and it was adorable. I have a classic Walt Disney Snow White hand-drawn cells. Oh, thank you, Eoddity. I actually have a deep love for 2D animation from that era, and also from the early 2000s. So that makes me happy to hear that. I like to think my style is like a combination of the Disney style and then like some aspects of anime, with like the eyes or like the shading part of it, but the overall like anatomy, I don't know. Growing up watching like Disney movies, like the Renaissance and classic Disney movies, Fox animated movies, DreamWorks, it's I don't know, it's stuck in my head. No collar, it's an illegal cat. Oh my gosh, where is her ID? She can't vote in the cat elections without her ID, her collar. She identify as a I mean, like, I don't know. We haven't checked if it's a he or a she, but like the neighbors diagonally across from us, I think they must have been the ones that had tried to put a collar on her, and she was not having it. They came over and they had asked Wolf, like, hey, have you seen, this cat, because she's very lovable. And so that's where I think, we're putting some pieces together there. But I don't know if Lovable's been a dude this whole time. That would be actually even more like of a weird coincidence, because the black cat I've got over there next to the little food bowl, that's a dude cat. That cat's name is Roscoe. So I just think it's so funny. I told Wolf, I was like, tomorrow we're gonna get a cat, the day that we had the mouse problem. And then like 2 weeks later there's, bam, a cat, or a week, or however long it's been. But it is nice sometimes. I've had to tell her a couple of times, like, don't be scratching on the couch, the arm of the couch. I'll really have to do some deep investigating, Eoddity, to make sure she's not actually a squirrel. She did adopt us. Yep. Alrighty, Big Dogma, you have a good rest of your night, sweet dreams. And yes, I'm actually right next to our little closet space that has all of the medical supplies in it. So, just in case. But yes, have a wonderful rest of the night, Big Dogma. And thanks for stopping in. Okay, let's move over to this part of her dress. It's to be unlocked. It's almost 10 o'clock. People winding down for the rest of the night. I still have more of my hot chocolate to drink. Okay, let me get this corset at least somewhat cleaned up, and then I'll finish the rest of that. But yeah, she's got her favorite spot in the house figured out, I think. She's been jumping up on the dining chairs, because there's also like the table above her. So she probably feels very safe and secluded there, while still being like elevated off of the floor. I know that cats like to have this elevated space. Several years ago, I was watching the show called Cat Whisperer. Not that I had any cats of my own, but just because of curiosity and because it was entertaining. So I know there's like different meanings behind like different like tail flicks. Okay, let's get these little ties in. Hooray for copy pastes here. The copying and pasting mechanic really saved my tush here. Little spot. Where is that? Oh. Okay. Okay, gonna finish my hot chocolate now that at least this upper half of hers is done. Not necessarily this part of her hair tie, which I'm gonna be cleaning up next. Indeed, it was P.F. Flyer. It's one of my favorite movies. That one, so it's Anastasia and Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. Not in that order. Spirit's the first one. And then it's Treasure Planet. Spirit, Treasure Planet, then Anastasia. But each one of those has musical elements to it, or like a music video sequence, an AMV sequence, and they're just breathtaking. I just love the animation in each of those movies. It's just absolutely breathtaking. So what people can draw and put music to and colors to and sound effects and voice acting. It's just the whole thing of it. Seeing those movies as a child, it really fosters in this, I don't know, this imagination, because I know there's other people out there that love those movies and they put that imagination into their crafts. Coming together as a team and building that kind of stuff, like it was just a different time. Yes, what is it?
I want you to read what this says at the bottom of this paper to your audience.
What? Okay. Okay. This is the product installation for, what is this?
This is for the gun rack.
For the gun rack, okay? For Wolf's new gun rack. The product installation. It says here, this is so silly. If the product affects your mood in any way, we will be sad. Therefore, after receiving the product, check if there is a problem with the packaging. If there is a problem, please contact us by Amazon in time.
Still good to be sad if it affects my mood.
They're gonna be so sad. But wait, hold on. But it will affect your mood, regardless, because you're gonna be happy, you're gonna be they're gonna be sad regardless. Oh my god. People are so silly. When things get lost in translation. He gave me a paper that said product installation for a gun rack. See, but yes, I do like their animation style more than Disney's. Be a flyer. Fox Studios versus Disney. I don't know, there's just more grittiness. There's more grittiness to the Fox Studios animation. Rectify sub and the influence of classical 2D animation I admire. I meant as the most. Oh, thank you, Yadi. I took it as that. The movie needs to have cohesive and plausible storyline to it as well. Well, yes, of course. In fact, that should be the foundation. Like, if you don't have a solid story, solid characters and motivation, you don't have a story. You don't have a plot. There's no reason to watch it besides it looks pretty or something, right? There's a story building pyramid, and the look of something is at the very top of it. That should be the least of the priority until you get to that point. The very bottom of it is the story itself, like the plot and the characters, the setting. Why do we care about this? Not how it looks. So it's a necessary part of it, but it's like the food pyramid, and the sugar is at the very, very top of it. So right, yeah, it didn't seem very trusting. I was like, what? It is like, what if this affects your mood, we'll be sad, and contact us on Amazon. I'm just like, what is this for? That's why I asked, like, what is this for? Oh my goodness. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not Gen Beta, Josiah. Can you imagine, like, some little kid out there assembling a gun rack? Must wear, must give good review on Amazon. Only 5-star. 5-star only, or we will be sad. We hope our gun rack doesn't make you sad. We hope it does not give you the depression. We hope that this pleases you. Well, no, actually, because it said if it affects your mood in any way. So in any way, so they want, like, just a so-so product. 3 stars. Only 3. Because if you're too happy about it, they'll be sad. If you're not happy about it at all, so your mood has to stay the same throughout the entire installation and the usage of this product. You don't want them to be sad. So, neutral. One must remain neutral. In fact, I would actually write a review because of that paper. My mood was not affected whatsoever during the installation of this product nor the usage. I remain the same as I was before this product as I am after. I would give this product a 5 out of 5, but because I don't want to make them sad, I'm only going to give a 3 star. Please don't be sad. Right? Yeah, that's what I was like, what is this for? Emo meets gun rack. Oh my goodness. It's completely black. This product affects your mood. Get some help. If this product pleases you, contact your doctor. you need some help. Oh my goodness. You Shanghaied it to my show. I love that terminology. There was quite a few drone things to view and discuss today, so if you're into drones, if you're into only drones, This is totally sponsored by BetterHelp. Yes, them and they're real doctors. I need to adjust that line color when I get to it eventually. All in due time. There's some streams where it feels like the time goes by super duper quickly, but tonight is not one of those. I don't know why. I know that Sun Honey mentioned that there was gonna be like a full moon, and I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think it's the kind of work I'm doing. It's not that. What is this? This witch is riding sides. She is. She is indeed. I actually had to figure out a different fold for her dress because it wasn't looking right at the beginning parts of it, at the sketch part of it. Which I believe that I streamed that. So if you guys are at all curious about how this looked when it was in its sketch format, can go through the catalog that I've got. I try to make matching thumbnails for whatever the artwork is that I'm working on. But like last night, I didn't have time for it, so that's why that thumbnail has not been changed to the creepy pasta Christmas sketches that I was doing yesterday. It's up here. Getting rid of some of the pixels that are over here. When it's on a dark background, I can see so many of these little pixels. But when it's on a lighter background, I can't tell as much. Okay, we have the other parts of her dress to do. I'm really hoping I get to the rendering parts of this. Hello, Aru. I do remember you. Indeed, I do. Looks like it's in a musical and she is just flying around saying about her fears and insecurities, how they get in the way of her. Ooh, that's a good description of that, Josiah. Thank you, actually. Putting some lore behind the image. You know what it kind of reminds me of, in like just because it's about a witch and, you know, feeling misunderstood or not seen in a way that she would like to be seen. It reminds me of Wicked. It just reminds me of Elphaba. Like, if you were to combine the hair color, or I guess not hair color, but like, you know, the color scheme of Glinda, but then, yeah, which like is not intentional whatsoever. It's because I just like, there's another picture of her in a witch costume with her little black cat friend, with Roscoe, and they're having tea, and probably like, well, I'm gonna continue this series. But yes, I love that description. What? I like watching Bob Ross. Put a little thumbnail here, another star over there. Make this a little brighter. Right. Yep. That's the I used to watch a lot of Joy of Painting, and sometimes I still do whenever there's a live stream of it up on YouTube. I used to watch the Joy of Painting on Twitch a lot more. I think the chat's more entertaining over there, but it's, I don't know, there's certain aspects of that show that I tried to adopt into here. Like the the woodland creature kind of a thing of it, with having a little cat there, and the relaxing attributes of like a fireplace or crickets, being inside of like a cozy cabin in the middle of a forest. Eventually I'd like to add in some more animations. Nothing busy or anything, but like some little cricket firefly glows in the bushes. I have my intro and my outro pages that make it look like you're in the middle of a forest approaching a house. And then like right now we would be inside of the house. And then the outro page makes it look like the viewer is leaving the house and walking back out into the forest. And in my strange interpretation of the internet, it's very much like a forest, you know, and finding a particular channel that, you know, you watch their content, you spend time getting to know, whoops, not that part, I don't want to erase that part. You spend time getting to know, you know, that person that's behind the camera and, you know, behind the chat. And, you know, you get to know the chat as well and the people that choose to visit you. So, you know, it's like constructing what kind of a house, what kind of a building or a place for people to spend that time. What do you want that to look like? How do you want to interact with those people, and how do you want to encourage them to feel, you know? Because there's so many different channels and people to watch on YouTube or Twitch. A bunch of different streaming sites these days, like Rumble and Odyssey and Kick even. But you know, you got to be like thinking about how you're affecting people and how it's also affecting you, you know, because at the end of the day, like, I do this because I love making artwork, and it's relaxing for me to see other people making artwork. So I'm on the wrong layer for that. Whoopsies. And so I figure, why not, you know, spend time with people while I'm making artwork, and then also giving back to that that relaxation kind of a feeling. I wish that there was a way for me to like to influence like a sort of like a calming, like a, this is gonna sound weird, but like theme parks do this with food. They'll disperse like a smell to make you hungry, but there's certain smells that are very calming. So I don't know, I wish that there was, maybe this is something in the future that'll happen, right? And maybe not for the best interests of the audience. But to have like, you know, a thing where it influences like a particular scent, like lavender or vanilla or, you know, clean linen, something like that. That would be interesting. But I could definitely see it being used in a negative way, like a fart smell. But it would be interesting if it was like a gunpowder smell and you're watching like a gun video, right? Get people interested in buying ammo or more guns. Growing up, going to amusement parks, because I used to live like an hour away from Disneyland, and we had family friends that that knew Walt Disney, because they had relatives that were around when he was alive and worked on the railroad and stuff like that. So we would be able to go over there. But I remember noticing all the little details that made the park more immersive, like the pathways and the food areas, like the smells, different colors. So it's all an immersive experience. So but the thing to remember, and I try to remember very much so, is that, like, also for myself too, that time is valuable. Time is one of our most precious commodities, and it's not something that you can get back, you know? It's like, once that time is spent towards something, it's spent towards that. And you know, so respecting your time, and, you know, like, as a streamer, your time, and the chat's time as well, like, you know, in with the audience. It's I don't know, it's something to think about when thinking up, like, oh no, something's gone and fallen. He better be okay, or I'm going to run in there. Oh yeah, the weekend marathon streams over at the Bob Ross channel are great. I love seeing if he's gonna add, like, a cabin somewhere. The smell-o-vision. Yeah, I mean, essentially that's what it would be. I'm really waiting for Sony to act upon that patent, where you have to interact with the commercial in order to get through it. I'm waiting. There's gonna be riots in the street. The smell of the circus came to town. Oh yes, the peanuts. The smell of peanuts and hay from the elephants and circus bears. Can't always that good, but they had clowns. So the smell of the clowns. I don't want to know what those clowns smell like. Those times your mom made you pump gas. Oh my gosh. You imagine, like, someone's playing, I don't even know if this is a game or not, but it might as well be, like, gas station attendant simulator, right? And then you start smelling gasoline as the viewer of the person watching that. Like, that would be weird. It would be very, very strange, but immersive. That's what I'm talking about, immersion. But likely not a welcomed one. To further expand on the unwelcomed immersion of certain videos, I watched recently being like half an hour before my stream started, a video on a guy that was reviewing iDubbbz's new bad unboxing video and commenting about how it's pretty lackluster, and it made me think about the old hair cake, the hair cake video, or you know, like the other videos in those in that series. But that's some immersion I don't want ever again, because that just the sight and the sound I can imagine that kind of a smell, you don't want that. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That was, again, a different era of YouTube. It was a different time for the internet. It was way more experimental. People were less afraid to go outside of that box. Yeah, they are pretty freaking scary, bananas. I don't understand the appeal of them. I don't get it. And I don't think I ever will. I'm okay with that, though. I remember that episode of The Office that Jim is showing Pam the house that he's getting for them, which is actually his parents' old place, but that there's clown pictures all over the place. It's either they're all over the place or there's like one like clown picture in the hallway, and it's just creepy. It's just so freaking creepy. I don't get it. Maybe it's a childhood thing that I never experienced. But there are a bunch of children that are afraid of clowns too, so I don't know. Maybe it's like the same thing with the feet for some people. The wires are crossed strangely in the brain. They see clowns and think there's nothing wrong with that. I need to fix the density of the dress right here. Unboxing the clown was fun. The ones with the lead in the face, they would stay around and keep fighting. Oh, those ones. Okay. Yeah, I would imagine that those are good for taking out some frustrations. There's an actual like face there. Michael burned his hair off from his perfume and Aquanet. Oh my gosh! I imagine that like the smell of burnt hair is again not pleasant to smell, like not it's not like even expected. You're like, where the hell is that even coming from, right? There's people that their hair gets lit on fire and they have no idea. These lines here need to take a step back as it looks strange. Let's go over here to the dress. I have the gradient turned off on it because if I need to grab the color for this to fill in, like, you know, the gray spots, it's nice to be able to just to grab the color and not have to worry about accidentally grabbing the gradient instead. $10.30. I'd like to, at the latest, get to my rendering process before 11. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Kids from my generation had toys that had lead in them and other unbelievable additives. I have, at least I had at my parents' place. I still have them. The McDonald's cups, the Disney McDonald's cups that have lead in them. Yep. Different times. Different products. The night when Michael burned his hair that would later alter his life forever. Did it actually? How did it alter his life? Did he stopped using the Aquanet and the perfume? At least like use some moderation. Let's see. Oh, that broom. Okay. Let's go back over here. This trim, since it is almost done being cleaned up. Okay, let's clean up this broom. Still have the ticket stub. Oh wow. It hasn't faded or gotten worn. Is it like in a scrapbook or a box or something? Yeah, it was a different guy, sort of like how Prince went to strange seclusion at some point in his life. Interesting. Huh. I wonder if it's like I don't know, kind of like, because it's not like near death, but it is very much like I imagine it could be traumatizing, you know, to be on stage and then like, you know, you've got your head's on fire, you know, the panic from that. But painkillers constantly so much so that he got an addiction to them, and the pain from his head was so bad he needed sleeping aids. Yeah, because if it's burned that badly, like, you're not going to be having any deep sleeps or good dreams or any of that. But did he receive help fairly quickly? Like, did he get put out quickly? And I imagine with burns that bad, probably I don't know, it probably was on fire for a while. Prince and Michael almost had suppliers of crap they shouldn't have been relying on to. Yeah, I agree totally. A lot of that stuff is like you're suppressing a lot of oh, this is the wrong layer I'm on. You're suppressing a lot of emotions that that either should be talked about with people, or you write about them, or you exercise or something. I don't know, but to be mentally and emotionally, you know, escaping from whatever you're going through. If you do too much, that's the end of it. So, you know, and people in that scene are constantly trying to get you, you know, to buy their stuff and do more of it, and they don't care about your well-being. You know, you're a product to them. So it looked like it was part of the show at first. Really? Oh my gosh. And so, yeah, good grief. To wear hair pieces in the burn area and got several surgeries to close up the wound as best as possible. Oh my gosh. Poor dude, my goodness. Like, for the injury sustained there, like, that's you know, and probably having to go through like interviews about it later on, and the paparazzi. I know how one can get to the craziness point of Britney Spears. was it 2007 when she attacked the paparazzi van? And they followed her to a gas station. All done. Good job. I imagine that it's very satisfying to be organized and have a project completed. That's how I'm trying to be with this piece. I'm trying to be organized and done with it. So I can throw it in the finished folder and not have to deal with these layers anymore. Let's see, are we done with the coloring of this? Are we done? Please. I love coloring, but you know, I become impatient after a while. I think so. I think it is good to go for rendering. Okay. Sorry, it looks like duplicates right now, and it very much is. But when I go to zoom in, then it's not like you guys are forced to look where I'm looking. You can also look over here at this more zoomed out one to see somewhat the full piece. But thank you, Strawman. That's what I try to make it. Like I said, I wanna add some more immersive pieces, like little fireflies glowing in the bushes in the intro and outro. Maybe some sort of a, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of enclosed here in this overlay, so I might try to do something with it, but I always am trying to improve on it. Michael made a pot to treat people who also suffered burns, but when the picture came out with Michael being in one of those pods, tablets came out saying Michael sleeping in an oxygen chamber. My goodness. See, they tabloids and the paparazzi, they will frame it however they can to get a story. He needs done in his unique language. The P is silent. He did. That's what it sounds like, at least. Okay, let's pull out some colors for the shadows. I'm thinking some blues because this is outside. It is a nighttime piece. I might have to lighten it a little bit and adjust the colors later on. But I'm saving that for that phase of it. Oh, there's so much. There's so many layers. Holy crap. Okay, character. Moving those in there. Just so you guys can see the sketch of this before I move on. Here's the sketch of it. And then putting that on top. That's what that looks like after I've finished the line work and the colors for it. And I throw a background on. Put it all in one folder by itself. And then on top of that folder, I clip a couple of layers. Make one an add layer, one a multiply. Sometimes I actually do a couple different multiply layers if I want deeper shadows on it. Not too thick, guys. Draw to your heart's content, Christus. If that's what you want to draw, then that's what you're gonna draw. Okay, there's all of the colors. She had some strange coloring going on there. Okay, so this light's going to be coming from this star here, I'm imagining. I'm starting this before 11, thank you. Thank you, time. I'm going to take away these colors for a second so I can see where I'm applying the shadow. Sometimes with darker color palettes, it's easier to only see the gray and add in the shadows there. Oops, that is a brown color and I'm not trying to use that. Okay, the hair in here is gonna have a bend in it. So we have a little bit more light coming over there. This is where that plotting and planning where the hair is going to be segmented and how it falls is important. Because when you start to add shadows to it, it gets a little strange looking if pieces don't fall right. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, everybody's got their type. That is true, PF Flyer. They would be able to do that. That is one of the amenities. Throwing some shadow behind her head here. It's gonna end up pushing the face forward. Thank you, Wolf. I should hope so. Thank you, Mr. PF Flyer. I think so too. He has his own room. He's been working on it. Getting it organized and well put together. Too much. You've seen too much, Josiah. Yes, you did, Christus. Just own up to it. Oh my god. The faster that you own up to it, the more that it becomes part of your character. You'll enter the chat and then everyone will know. Oh, it's about to get debaucherous in here. Oh my God. See, I'm curious how these colors look with the shadow on them. Needs to be more, but in more concentrated places, I think. It's been a rare good day of doing nothing. Sometimes it's like that. Having a record sub-zero attempts for the government and fixing our wonderful outdated fleet of postal vehicles. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you needed a good day of nothing. Good day of doing nothing and just relaxing and taking it easy, because that sounds not enjoyable whatsoever. Is that what you do for daily? Like a daily a job? The daily income? Oh my gosh, that is a lot. The private sector and the other with the government. All right, yeah, you need some time of doing nothing, of just taking it easy. I imagine you've probably got a lot of like vacation hours racked up though, right? Or does it not? It doesn't doesn't come out to a good rate, but I imagine with 80 hours, like that's gotta equal to something. So I am going to add another multiply layer in here, decrease it probably by 50. We'll see how that plays out. He does it so he can get picked on. We appreciate your hard work, Mr. PF Fire. Yeah, that is well beyond overtime, like. Oh, well, at least it's not your, like your own rig that you're having to put those miles on and like having to repair over and over, or, you know, take out all of the time. If something goes wrong, it's, you know, it's not like you're like unable to go and get groceries or, you know, do your errands and stuff. After the downhill challenge, oh, another badass new challenger. Cool. Hey, enjoy that while it's good and running, and you know, make memories out of it. Doing all the safe. I'll stick with the upgrade engine. Yes. I'm doing things in an order that is smart and safe, and is not going to destroy the vehicle. I have been around a number of car guys that I think that they wanted to be car guys and didn't really know what they were doing. So I always have to be a little like overly cautious, because I'm like, please don't destroy your car. One time, only once, never again. Okay, I'm gonna go over to her face here. I'm just really wanting to get this part done. It's a bit too much. Be enough for sometimes at my local flowy drag strip. Sweet. You're gonna put it to use. Gonna stretch out the limbs there. Anyone with drive within themselves can get a car, but you can't replace a loving, kind relationship. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, that's always going to be an unavoidable thing, is the maintenance. But this needs to be faded out a little bit more. Okay, there we go. I'm looking at it from the smaller canvas over here. Things look strange from far away, but not from zoomed in all close up. It makes itself more obvious when I have it zoomed out. Okay, the eye here, the sclera, this needs to have a wash of white inside of it. Go. Yeah, the Explorer works really well. It's really comfortable, but yeah, it's got some miles on it. I could probably go for a new heart transplant or a brain transplant, either on both. Oh, the captain's chairs would be nice. Good for relaxing when you're not driving. They're probably just more, I don't know, probably more comfortable anyway. Oops. Wrong layer there. There we go. I'm going to use a different brush right here. I'm going to turn the stabilizer on. And I'm one of the ones in the back. You can relax, just chill out. The discount brain transplant, yes. Started from the Man with Two Brains, played by Steve Martin. What in the world? Is that a movie? I am going to press X to doubt so hard on that banana. Like, I don't think so. From the amount of crap talking he does every time that a Cybertruck we pass one or one passes us. It's usually the former, not the latter, but yeah, I doubt that. The mayonnaise jar lid operation. What in the world? Is that what they call the brain transplant? I'm confusion. Has a brain that is talking to him. What? This is strange. This sounds very strange. Is it gonna freak me out, PF Flyer? Seeing a brain transplant. Oh, I see. It's one of those comedies. It's one of those messed up ones. Perhaps. If there's a bunch of gore in it, I'm not gonna like it because I can't deal with the gore. Let's go over here. This is the bottom layer. I think this just needs to be colored inside here. I don't know. It's a bit too dark. Maybe let's drop this back down to 25. She's like, a Clydesdale horse not happy unless working. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they need a task. Otherwise, you know, what's the purpose, right? Some things just, they need purpose. Thinking I might change the shade of blue that I'm using for the shadows here. Some spots are looking a little green for an interesting look. Lock the opacity of those. Zoom that out. Let's try something a little more violet, which I know there's already a bunch of different violet shades in there. But on the skin, it looks strange to me. Use lavender and then all the way to deep purple is some shade of blue lower down. It is like, I want to say it's like a dusty violet kind of a color. So it's just, there's a lot of cold tones and then the character has warm tones on it. Of all of your brushes on average, how many do you actually use on a drawing? Oh man. Well, considering the fact that like a lot of the brushes were downloaded and added in for experimental usage, probably only like 4 out of the, I don't know how many brushes I have in this, well over 50, but I typically am only comfortable with like 4 or 5 maybe in my usual illustrations. It's the ones that you get comfortable with, and then you adjust a couple of settings and you like the way that they look and how they handle. Like with the line work, I hate doing line work, but using the colored pencil brush that actually came with the program, I didn't have to download that or anything. It actually made the line work process of this more enjoyable. And like using the airbrush, so I use a design pencil, color pencil, airbrush, transparent watercolor brush, dense. Oh, I guess I used like 6. So I have my eyelash brush. And then if there's like any textures, like these stars here, the stars on her dress and in the background here, those are texture brushes. So they have different materials. Same thing with like these trees. These trees are a whole brush. That's a whole brush in of itself. Mountains I hand painted in there and then threw a blur effect over it, so it pushes it into the background. The less focused it is, the more it's going to be pushed out into the background. I know for sure that, let's see. Now this is going to be, it's going to be shaded in there. I'm also trying to fill out all of the little spots that I know are going to have a shadow on them. Here's where I will also remove the colors so I can see where I'm applying shadow more. Being pretentious by using less than 10. Oh no, yeah, if that's what your drawing is calling for, if that's what the piece, if that's what you feel that it needs, is, you know, using less than 10, or, you know, some people use it as a challenge too, you know, creating a piece with only, you know, with less than 10 brushes, or some people may do just like only 1 brush, you know, like a 1 brush challenge. Whatever you are wanting to do. I used to feel that using pose references was like a way of cheating on my drawings. You know, like how dare I not, you know how every single, you know, pose that a human can make looks like, right? It's so silly to think like that, honestly. I know. I'm a terrible artist for not knowing every single little anatomical detail. You know, I actually did attempt to take an anatomy and physiology class in high school because I wanted to know every little anatomical detail about the body. And then when the class started, I slowly found out that it was actually geared more towards doctors, future doctors, and like surgeons and nurses. I asked the teacher if I could be moved to a different class because it was not what I expected it to be. I've heard some of those coming up. Show up all over. Oh yeah, definitely. We go to one in Alabama twice a year. But yeah, no, the cosplay scene it gets very elaborate. So I know what you're getting at. The people that run the one that we go to in Alabama twice a year, they have a contest for the costumes. It's like a costume contest for the designs for the mascots each year. And one of these days I'm going to add in my own designs in there, because this year, well, I guess this next upcoming year for 2025, what the design that they went with for one of the mascots, the person that designed it messed up on the hair pattern, and as an artist, as a character designer, it really gets under my skin to see the what is it called? Continuity. It's a continuous design. The blue and the yellow goes certain places on the hair, and it really grinds my gears to see somebody not get it right. That's all. I have to stop myself, otherwise I'm gonna just keep going on a rant about it. It's like her design's been the same year after the hair color design has been the same year after year, and like she has the other mascot is, you know, her sister, and her hair color is literally just flipped. It's just flipped, blue and yellow, yellow and blue. Just whoever designed the outfit, and the outfit's fine. The outfit's perfectly fine. The colors are what they need to be. But the hair is so wrong. And then they had key art made for the convention, and the hair is wrong in that one. And I need to, like, when I first saw it, like, I thought something was off about it, and then it clicked what was wrong about it, and I just got chills. It was like, I'm not even being dramatic. It's just it's like an oh shit moment, but for someone else's sake, because I don't know who designed it. But I hope it was like a first time con goer and that they were not familiar with the designs. I hope that they are happy that they won. And I hope that they are aware of the error that happened. Because if they're not even aware, then that's just a communication issue, which was already present from the start with the key art. You know, like add a little note in there that says, you know, this is the design for the clothing only, not the hair. But they just sent it in as it was, and then the art got made, and now it's on the website. Thank you, Jonathan. It's slowly coming together. I know it takes forever, but when it's done, I like looking at it. Just like all my other finished artwork, I have a lot of it printed out, and it goes on my artboard. And it makes for a nice collage. See this piece of the hair. Just get shaded like that. That 17, I has to take you out for that fine Denny's dining. You know, we might end up doing that because it's 24/7 and we haven't had dinner yet. You know what you've done by mentioning Denny's. You know. They got that. Do they still have the 2468 menu? That gets me every time. I had the pancakes, the Beetlejuice pancakes from there. One does not tempt Euphie with Denny's at 11:30 at night. You don't tempt me with that unless there's a plan being made here. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's where a lot of that shadow is coming in at. There. I really wish that I could just like have all of this shadow and the highlights just automatically come in, but that's That's simply not how it works. The Akon show at freelance as comic Kamala, savior of the border, and unburdening the masses by what has been. Oh my gosh. You gotta get the cackle down, like really to a T. Oh my god. And then work on that word salad that she's so good at. What is that one? Yeah, with that kind of a crowd, it would probably get to that point. Well, yeah. 2 years to paint ceiling of Sistine Chapel. That's right, Jonathan. That is a good reminder, actually. I think a lot of that impatience comes from like that instant gratification stuff. See, this is gonna come down. Use this other brush here. It's meant for eyelashes, but it's actually really, really good for hair too. Oh, I didn't realize it almost made him blind. How did that happen? Or almost happen? Dang, 4 years. That kid looks like Weird Al. Wait, who? Who looks like Weird Al? I am so confused. Who looks like Weird Al? Or who do you see, Oddity? Oh, from the paint dripping in his eyes. Okay. That makes sense. Hello, Midboy. Welcome on in. I'm working on this illustration here, just adding some different shadows and highlights in. Finally, at this point. Oh, Kamala's stepdaughter. Yeah. It's a very strange family portrait. It's yeah. This character, this is my own original character. Her name is ViVi0n. I use her for a lot of different outfits, a lot of different outfit designs, just like a comfort character sort of thing. I like her color palette a lot, and she's kind of got a role in the webcomic that I've been creating for a while. So she has a little role in it as a virtual mascot for a character. But yeah, so I like to draw her in different scenes. I have a few of them that pass by on the little TV over there on the far left with the artwork going by on it. Every now and then she shows up. Wondering if it was cold or hot at the ceiling level. 1500s did have central heat and air. Did they? Did they really? I don't think so. Do I offer limited edition prints? Not at this point, but I probably will in the future, because I was gifted a button maker for Christmas from Wolf. So okay, didn't have such. I was all like, no, that is that would be insane. The aliens gave them the technology for central heat and air back in the 1500s, and then they they took it away. It was too much. It was part of the Library of Alexandria, central heat and air. But yeah, so Wolf got me a button maker for Christmas. So I'm gonna be making some buttons, custom made buttons of my artwork. I don't know how to sell them though. I have to have like an e-commerce website and stuff, or I don't know, or an Etsy store. I could do that. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Or like, I don't know. I haven't thought this far ahead. Okay, I just like making the pretty artwork. But yeah, so I have a Cricut machine, I have the button maker, I have I mean, that's it for my big like art craft making stuff. But I also have this, so slowly but surely I'll start selling my stuff. But the other products, I don't like calling them products because it's artwork and it's very customized and it's unique, and it's like it means different things to different people. But I also offer commissions. I haven't fully opened them yet because I'm still adjusting my rates. But I also do commissions when I do them of people's their D&D characters, or like any OC if you have like a favorite character. I'm probably also going to be doing like paintovers of different movie scenes. I got a dumb yeah, well, you know, you got what you got, and sometimes that's that's what you got. So I'm happy that you're here anyway. Start thinking business. Yeah, I gotta put on my girl boss tracksuit. Oh my gosh. No, but I am probably gonna do like paintovers of different like movie scenes. I was watching Top Gun a long time ago, and I was doing sketches of the characters. So I might add that as an option if you have like a favorite scene from a movie, but you want to see it, you know, in the Disney anime-esque style that I do. That I could do something like that. I actually did that for like it wasn't the full scene that he was in, but it was a collection of poses from the movie. But I did a little bit of that with Jim Hawkins from Treasure Planet. Sigma Alpha Gamma. the whole entire echelon. Need a cake made, it's kind of edgy, and I have listen, you're gonna make this cake and you're gonna like making this cake. Okay, I'm not trying to get like too overly detailed with this hair here. It's just a large part of her design. Throw some shadow in there. Push the arm back, or I guess forward. Just the rest of her torso back there. I need to be brought in a little bit more. I need a bit of a denser brush right here. And probably could take the colors away so I can see this better. Thank you once again, Streamlabs. In my gallery, I've got a bunch of different artwork. Some that I've done on stream here. Some from many years ago. I think they should be organized. If I have like old artwork versus the new stuff. I have not yet uploaded the Christmas creepypastas or Jason from yesterday, so that is not up there just quite yet. I don't know if I'm gonna post those there. Maybe I should, just because it adds to the gallery. But a lot of the other stuff is up there. The portraits that I made of my pony characters, as well as Johnny the homicidal maniac, and there's a character from my webcomic as well. But I also just have artwork of like random characters that I've come up with and designed, and I don't know what I'm doing with yet. So subconsciously there's something going on there. Something's being built. This little universe with my characters in them. I have heard of the skibbity toilet. I don't get it, man. That's a thing that even like I think my youngest brother doesn't even get, and he's 19. So I fully do not understand the Gen Beta humor. I don't get it. The deep fried stuff, I don't get it. I don't know why deep fried images and videos are funny, but in the same vein, I grew up watching YouTube poops, and like but like those edits are the timing of it is very purposeful. Like having you know, like Kamala say something, you know, absolutely like something that she would never say, right? But it's hilarious because of the raw cuts of it, and it's not like faded out or anything. It's I don't know, something about that chaos was funny to me and still is. Oh yeah, I've seen the wife jack. A lot of those are very, very based. Memeing is an art form. It's comedy, and it's in art form, you know. It's you're spreading information, but in a visual, and you know, there's oftentimes words, and there you're spreading, you know, some sort of an idea in a comedic way. And like if you don't know what you're doing, it's not gonna come off as funny. So, you know, like the term meme, you know, is very much a this, you know, day sort of thing, but like it's the act of one of you know, spreading the meme spreading the idea in a comedic way, or some sort of recognizable sense of it. It's been around for like since the dawn of time, probably. You know, humans are gonna communicate in a variety of different ways, you know, and sometimes it's gonna be humorous. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were doing the Middle Ages, and they were getting up in front of the crowds and you know, talking mad smack about some other, you know, snake oil salesman, how this dude is selling you piss. It's not gonna make your hair grow. Look at this dude, you know, getting peed on. Like, yeah. I can imagine that, like, if the cavemen were making drawings of, you know, them hunting animals, they probably made drawings that they were comedic in their you know, strange caveman way, that were probably hilarious to them. They probably found some humor in you know, making fun of you know, a mammoth or a saber-toothed cat or something, right? I don't know, maybe the saber-toothed cat was the first, you know, I can has cheeseburger. Yeah, I can has mammoth. I can has mammoth burger. Now you tell me it's piss after I bought a case from Shakespeare. Now you tell me it's fraudulent. Exactly, E-Oddity. Exactly. Yep. We're gonna end up looking at those from like a time capsule. Probably already do, honestly. Because I don't know, it's like different times. Different styles of humor. But the act of doing such, again, there's an art to it, you know. There's a timing, there's references, you know. It's the language used. If you were to go back in time to like 2015 and say skibbity toilet to somebody, they would look at you like you're on drugs, because the brain rot's so real these days, you might as well be. I don't know, maybe I'm just showing my age, but the humor of the youth these days scares me. They keep changing what it is, and I don't get it. I'm afraid of it. I was gonna throw some more shadows over there, but saving certain parts of this for a later day. I'm also trying to not get too like blinded by the details and stuff. If I leave certain parts of this be for a while and then I come back to it, I see things that I would not have normally seen from, you know, looking at this for so long. Certain parts of it start to like fade into each other. The rants on YouTube would never have been tolerated even as late as the 1980s, but now acceptable as humor in these times. Oh my gosh, I remember seeing those, and the first time I saw it, I didn't know that like it was a parody until it was obvious, because I hadn't seen the original movie, or even a clip that they were the clip that they were, you know, parodying from. So my first interaction with the Hitler rant parodies was quite a sight, because it was like, what? Why would he be talking about, you know, I think it was like some anime character. I was like, there's no way on God's green earth that like this is the original. So at that point it was obvious what was going on. Talking about how his waifu, you know, is like the body pillow for it got lost in the mail or something. I don't know. I can't remember what it was about, but I just remembered slowly putting the pieces together that that's not a German name, that's a Japanese name. That's not yeah. What is that link? I'm afraid. Links with no context scare me. Okay. I have been rickrolled too many a time. I ain't clicking on anything without context. Right? Just like the things that they have him like say in the subtitles. I'm like, oh my gosh. What is it from The Simpsons? What? You frighten me. It's the Jeff the Killer jump scare. Oh my gosh. From Benny Hill and High, Shanks being too offensive to an AI and Al-Qaeda accepted as rebranded. Oh my gosh. I mean, it is a sign of the times. Okay, I'm going to click this link and the audio is going to play from it.
You make me feel like dancing! I want to dance the night away!
What the hell are you two doing?
It's called rocking out. You wouldn't understand, Dad. You're not with it.
I'm not with it.
Then they changed what
Oh,
it
yes.
was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me.
Yes.
It'll happen to you. No way, man. We're gonna keep on rocking forever. 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 Forever.
Forever. Forever. Yes. That's exactly what's happened. That's exactly what's happened. They keep changing what it is, and I've put my foot down. I've said I've had enough. It's like math. You can't keep on changing how people do math. I remember asking my parents for help on my math homework back in high school, and they were like, this is not, I don't know how to help you. They keep changing how you do this. This is how it used to be is incorrect now, apparently. Listen, I'm very cautious about clicking links. I don't know what they are, okay? This is what the internet's done to me, okay? Right? Like that's like it's really a sign of how far we have strayed, Mr. PF Flyer, when that stuff is allowed in the schools. Those schools need a wake-up call. Yeah, and I saw how people were trying to justify the whole like 2 + 2 = 5 in this different kind of math, this different kind of reality of math. And I'm just shaking my head like, okay, but we don't live in that kind of reality of math. If I have 2 apples and someone gives me another 2 apples, that's going to be 4. I don't live in a reality where that hypothetical other, 5th apple is hanging out and not existing in my reality. I don't get it, man. But, trying to teach that to kids who, like, they're just trying to figure out how the world works, I think is very unfair, and I think it's manipulative. They're just trying to confuse people so that I don't know, maybe it's like, it's further brain rot. It's further brain rot, I think. That's how I would classify that. I'm gonna throw this shade into this bow. And we've got about 5 minutes left in my show for tonight. But I will be back tomorrow. And if you can believe it or not, I'm gonna be working on this piece again. I will not stop. I will not rest from this piece until it is done. I mean it. Science was carefully studied and tested science, and not all science produces great results for mankind anyway. Right, exactly. Like not all science is gonna be beneficial for us. I completely agree. I think some of the stuff is like Pandora's box. Like messing around with certain illnesses and viruses and stuff. Like, you probably shouldn't be doing that. I don't care what kind of, beneficial little, sticker they want to attach to it. I don't want none of that floating around. Yeah. Did you hear about the prehistoric worms? That they were testing on prehistoric worms, and 2 of them woke up. One of them's like 42,000 years old. There's some sicknesses attached to that worm, probably, that they gone and woken up now. Some people should just stop. They should think, yes, I can do this, but should I? And maybe they should not then. Yeah. Yeah, they're waking up the prehistoric worms. And I'm like, I'm gonna check the comment section of the report because I love the comment section sometimes. They're very funny. Very funny people out there. And they're like almost every single comment's going like, I've seen this movie before. We don't know what's gonna happen after this. Like, we have an entire franchise about why you should not wake up the prehistoric insects. Anyway, it's just something to ponder. What are they doing with those worms right now? What kind of Pandora's box tests are they performing on them? Yeah, not a good day at all. It was normal, now it's fashionable for your parents to fight. No, like I've seen those parents that are like just actively giving their kids stuff that is not probably not good for their development. It's very confusing. It's probably very confusing for their little brains to be like developing with. Yeah, I'm glad that I grew up in the era that I did. Make account, get well for yourself, Denny's in the morning. Forget about the worms. Yes, I'm going to forget the troublesome worms. That sounds so funny. Forget about the troublesome worms. But yes, no, we're probably gonna end up doing that. Do you reckon you are most likely to release a rap diss track or a hardcore metal? Probably the metal song. I don't know, actually. Because if I've got a good track with like a steady beat and a good melody, I could probably ad-lib something. I can't promise it would be good. But for like the metal song, again, like if there's a good beat, it's a good melody, it's the screaming parts that would probably be a little more difficult than the ad-libbing of a rap. To gauge out the two of the more difficult part of it. But yeah, I'll probably go with the... I know I initially said the metal song, but probably the rap diss track. Because I don't want to end up like damaging my vocal cords if I do the scream wrong. Let me zoom out on this. And then, let's see, I'll put in this little piece of shade right here for the broom. Because I know that's going to be there. I know that this is going to be shaded. I actually really like how that hand turned out. Usually I'm not the biggest fan of how my hands turn out when I'm done drawing them, but I think that one's good. Okay, looks like this is coming to the end of the show for the night. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Had a lot of fun working on this, cleaning up colors, talking with all of y'all. Always makes the time go by so much faster, even though this one did feel a little bit longer than yesterday's, simply because the color cleaning and getting these shades in. But regardless, I always have a good time streaming with you guys. And I hope that I will see you guys tomorrow for the Sunday show. definitely be getting way more of this piece done tomorrow, because a lot of today's show was just getting the colors cleaned up and placed in there where they're supposed to go inside of the color grouping itself. So the tail end of this is the rendering, but yay, I actually got to the rendering part of it, so I'm happy with the results. Alrighty, I have to call it. I have to call it a stream, otherwise I'm just gonna keep on going. Good night, Josiah, Christus, PF Flyer, E Oddity, anybody else? Jonathan's still in the chat, Midboy, let's see, Banana, Strawman, anybody else still lurking in chat? Thank you everyone for hanging out with me tonight. I have had a wonderful time. When is the Drawing Goth Chick show? We could do that. We could have like an entire like set of portraits of like different goth chicks from movies and TV shows, like Mavis from Hotel Transylvania, and oh my gosh, Wednesday, and why is her name escaping me? Her mom, Morticia. We could do Mavis and Morticia and whole bunch of different ones. We'll gather resources. We'll have a poll about it too. I think it would be a great success too, because the color palettes are actually really like very, you could do a lot of different varied color palettes, because with black and pale skin, you can add purple, you can add blue, you can do red, you can do green, teal, gold. It's all gonna look amazing. So because you have those neutral tones in there already. So anyways, I think I'll change things in the process, and stuff there was it's meant to be, and don't change certain things. Is that from stubbornness, or was it perfect already? I think it might be like, I don't know. It depends on if it's like it's become part of your style. If you've grown so comfortable with it that it has become, part of your style, and people recognize that, as your artwork, in that way. But I think it depends on you yourself as the artist too. If you feel that you are too comfortable in the process that you've developed, if you feel that it's time for a change, then stepping out of that comfort zone and into the uncomfortable of like you don't know what this is going to look like, or if it's good, or it's very experimental. So it depends on where you want to take your artistic journey. So it's all up to you. So as for my journey for tonight, it is coming to a close. Until tomorrow. I'll come back to this piece, add some more shadows and highlights to it. The highlights are what's really going to bring this out, because of the star, the little glowy effects I'm gonna do on the hair and on the dress. I'm really excited for it. So I hope that you guys will join me tomorrow for that part of the process of this artwork. I hope that you guys have had a good time with me while I've been making this artwork, and I hope that it's been relaxing for you. If you want to check out more of my artwork, be sure to do so at the DeviantArt gallery that's gonna pop up there in a couple moments. I have a bunch of different artwork up on there. Some of them have the time lapses and the live streams that they were made on linked in the description of them. So if you are curious about how that art was made, you can always look at look at those videos. It helps out my watch hours as well. So I thank all of you for helping out my watch hours. Trying to get that up. If you want to follow me on the Twitter or on X, however you call it, be sure to follow me over there. The link is right there in the chat. I post announcements for when I'm going live, when I've stopped my show, work in progress pictures of whatever I'm working on, like this one. And then I also repost funny stuff, because there's always funny stuff on Twitter. I have a link tree, a bunch of different links that I've forgotten about in there, different little websites and stuff that I've added in there. But yeah, so I'm gonna be heading on out. Thank you guys once again for hanging out with me. I will see you guys tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.